All right, you guys, it is time. Let's get this thing started. First of all, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Tuesday evening with us. My name is Steve Schultz. I'm the Vice President of Global Sales with the Super Patch Company. And what I'm going to do here tonight, you guys, is I'm going to share some technology with you that is going to change lives. Now, I know that sounds really, really bold, but think about this for a second. Guys, we all know people who suffer with pain. How many of you just thought to yourself, okay, yep, that's me. Okay, I'm one of them, right? We all know people who have trouble sleeping. We all know people who, have trouble focusing, or they can't deal with stress. And maybe we know some people with cognitive decline, ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia. Maybe we know some people that have addictions that they'd like to kick. Maybe we know some people who want to lose weight. Guys, I'm going to introduce to you a technology here tonight that will help with all of those things completely drug-free. Okay, completely drug-free, which means that there are no side effects. Now, when I tell you that we're going to introduce a technology, if you don't understand how it works, that's okay. Because there's a lot of technologies that we don't quite understand, but we enjoy the benefit of using them every single day. And sometimes when we are introduced to a new technology that we don't quite understand, or anything that we don't quite understand, we play it off as magic. It's like, that's got to be a trick. Well, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not real. And just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the experience of using it every single day. And a perfect example of that is this phone right here. Guys, I use this phone every single day, and I have no idea how it works. There's more technology in this iPhone than there were on the early space shuttle missions. I have no idea how this thing works, but I use it every single day. My car, I'm not exactly sure how my car, works and how that runs, but I use it every single day. I jump into an airplane almost every week. Not exactly sure how those things work, but I enjoy the benefit of using that technology on a weekly basis. Now, the reason I tell you all of that is because of this. Guys, I have been in the networking industry for 33 years. And when I was introduced to this technology 14 months ago, it completely blew me away. And I told the owner, his name is Jay Dollywall, that it is by far the greatest product technology that I've ever seen in the networking space. And he called me up completely out of the blue 14 months ago. I had no idea who Jay was. I answered the phone. He introduced himself, and I said, Jay, what can I do for you? And he said, Steve, I want to tell you a little bit about my company, and I want to know if you'd be interested in helping me build it. And I said, Jay, what do you do? Now, what I'm about to explain to you in the next 5 minutes is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound silly, and it may sound a little bit unbelievable. It's going to fall into this magic category, okay? Jay went on to tell me that he invented a little patch. Okay, it's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And he said to me, Steve, there's nothing on this patch. There's no drugs, there's no stimulants, there's no supplements, there's no magnets, there's no stem cell anything. He said, there's nothing on this patch except a pattern. And this pattern has ridges on it. And when those ridges come in contact with your skin is able to read that pattern. It sends a message back to your brain to fix things. And he said, I've created a patch to help people with pain. I've created another one to help people sleep. I've created another one to help people deal with stress. I've got one to help people focus. I've got one to help people deal with cognitive decline, ADHD, ADD, dementia. I've got one to help people kick addictions. I've got one for weight loss. And you guys, I am listening to Jay tell me this. I'm on a phone call with Jay. I've got my feet up on my desk, and I am literally rolling my eyes. Guys, I'm sitting there going, this dude is wasting my time. This guy is trying to tell me that all I have to do is put this little patch on my arm, and it has nothing on it, and my pain's going to go away? It's like, come on, man. So I listened to Jay for a few more minutes, and I finally cut him off, and I said, Jay, how long have you been doing this? He said, well, research and development for 12 years. But I've been marketing it for 6. And I said, okay, how you doing so far? He goes, well, today I've got 6 million customers. And I almost fell off my chair. I said, Jay, you've got 6 million people that are using this. I said, what are you calling me for? You've obviously got this thing figured out. He said, well, I'm off to a good start, but I want to take it to 1 billion people worldwide. I said, okay. Now, as soon as he told me that he had 6 million people that were already using this technology, I knew I was the guy who had a problem. Come on, you guys think about it. I'm the guy rolling my eyes and he's got 6 million people using it. I'm the guy who had a problem. I said, Jay, I don't get it. He said, can you come to Toronto? I said, yes. So I flew up to Toronto. I met Jay. I met his corporate staff. And Jay said to me, he said, Steve, I want to prove to you how this technology works. And he chose his words really carefully. He said, I want to prove to you how this technology works. He didn't say, I want to show you how this works. He goes, no, I want to prove to you how this technology works. And he never called it a product. He always called it a technology. I said, okay. So he said, Steve, I want to do this little balance test with you. And I'm just going to kind of show you guys what he did. He said, Steve, I want you to put your feet together. So I did. I stood up and I put my feet together. And he said, make 2 fists and put your fists up by your chest. And he said, all I'm going to do is push straight down on your hands and try to resist me. Don't let me push your hands down, but try to maintain your balance. I'm like, all right. So he pushes down on my hands and he tips me over, no effort whatsoever. I'm like, all right. So then he goes, all right, put your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side, lock your elbows, make a fist. And he goes, I'm going to lift up on one of your arms. And when I do, don't bend your elbow. I'm like, okay. He lifts up on my arm and he knocks me off balance with no effort whatsoever. So I'm like, all right. So then he says, all right, I want you to roll up your sleeve and I'm going to put this Liberty patch on your arm. And he showed it to me. He said, look, there's nothing on this patch except this little pattern. I'm like, okay. So I put it on my arm. He goes, let's redo the balance test. Feet together, fist over fist. He pushes down on my hands and he can't move me. You guys, he can't budge me. And I looked at him and I said, how'd you do that? Because I thought he was playing a trick on me. I thought it was magic. He didn't even answer me. He said, put your feet shoulder width apart, lock your elbows, make a fist. He lifts up on one of my arms and he can't move me. You guys, he can't move me a millimeter. And I looked at him and I said, how are you doing this? He goes, take the patch off. So I rip the patch off. I throw it on his desk. He goes, let's redo the balance test. Feet together, fist over fist. He pushes down on my hands. He tips me right over. I put the patch back on. We redid the balance test. He couldn't move me. I said, Jay, what is this? He said, neurotechnology. And I burst out laughing. I said, so now you expect me to go home and talk to my friends about brain technology? Seriously? I said, how does it work? And Jay gave me this long scientific explanation. I said, Jay, that's great. I said, but I can't talk like that. I said, I'm not a neuroscientist. I can't use terms like that. I said, how am I supposed to explain this to my friends? He goes, here's how you explain it. And this is what got me. He said, Steve, I want you to close your eyes and hold out your hand. So I did. And he put a pen in my hand. And he said to me, he goes, what's in your hand? I said, it's a pen. He goes, how do you know? He goes, your eyes are closed. How do you know? I said, because I know what a pen feels like. He said, exactly. He said, your skin is sending a message to your brain that says, this is a pen. He said, Steve, I could have put anything in your hand and you would have known what it was without looking at it. He said, I've just figured out a way to create a pattern that when it touches your skin is able to read that pattern like a QR code. It sends a certain message to a certain part of your brain to fix things. And he said, the patch that you have on your arm right now fixes balance, stability, and range of motion. He goes, I've got another one to help people with pain. I've got one for sleep. I've got one for focus and stress and cognitive decline and weight loss and overall athletic performance. And I'm listening to all this stuff going, so what you're telling me then is, Jay, is that you have a drug-free solution for all of these things? He goes, yes. I said, I'm in. I said, I'm in. I said, I've never in 32 years seen anything like this. I said, Jay, I've been the president of health and wellness companies, built an organization of more than 200,000 people. I said, I've never seen anything like this, and you have zero competition. Nobody's doing what you're doing. I said, yeah, there's patch companies out there, but they've got stuff on those patches that's, they put stuff on them, it seeps into your skin, slow release it. I said, nobody is doing what you're doing. What you have can literally change the world. And he smiled and he said, that's why I called you. I said, I'm in. I said, I will help you every step of the way. I want you guys to meet Jay. I want you guys to hear in Jay's voice how this technology works. This video is 1 minute long. Here we go.
Hi everyone, it's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single Super Patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single Super Patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the Super Patches work. So all 8 Super Patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
You guys look at all the wellness needs that people are looking for. Look at all the performance needs that people are looking for. And I guarantee you, you're looking at this list right now going, yeah, that's me. And I know a bunch of other people who need, help in the wellness area and in the performance area. And how people are getting these needs fulfilled today is on the right-hand side here through drugs and over-the-counter products and surgeries and so on. You guys, we live in a world today where people that we trust will tell us, you need to take this drug, this drug, this drug, this drug, but you're going to have to take this drug to offset the effects of that drug. And we all sit back and say, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. And it doesn't have to be that way, because we can help people on the wellness side and on the performance side completely drug-free. It's instant and effective. It's easy to use. It's non-invasive. It's non-reactive. It's child-safe, pregnancy-safe, no diet changes, no lifestyle changes, and they are affordable. They absolutely are affordable. I want you to see the Super Patch technology in action. Brandy came to one of our meetings a little more than a year ago in Alabama, and she had no idea why she was there. She was invited to a meeting very similar to the way that you guys were invited on this Zoom here tonight, and we're going through kind of the same stuff. And after the meeting, she said, I have a really hard time walking up and down stairs. Will this help me? And we kind of smiled and we said, let's give it a shot. And I want you guys to see the difference of Brandy walking up and down the stairs with and without the technology. It is 1 minute long. Here we go.
How many years have you had an issue going up and down the stairs?
Since I was 33, I'm 46, so you can do the math, I can't.
13 years.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Please be careful. Okay, I'm going to put the Liberty patch on her right now. And she's going to do all of that again.
And by the way, just walking up and down this many times, usually I'm in a lot of pain too, and that's not as bad.
This is her 3rd time doing it. There you go.
It's amazing. Utterly amazing.
Amazing, utterly amazing. How many of you can relate to Brandy when you were walking down the stairs and she had that little skip, that little hiccup in her giddy up? She did it 3 or 4 times and she's like, it's amazing. It's utterly amazing. That's just one of the patches. Like I said, we've got another one for pain. We've got one for sleep. We've got one to help people deal with stress. We've got one for overall health and blood flow. This is a patch right here called Defend that I'm never going to take off my arm. I'm never, ever, ever, there it is right there. I'm never, ever going to take it off my arm. I was at an event in Chicago. There was a doctor on stage. She asked for a volunteer to come up and do a blood analysis. This young girl volunteered. She came up, did a blood analysis. They put the analysis on a big board, on a screen in front of us, and this is what it looked like. And I'll be honest with you guys, this meant nothing to me. I don't know what this means, but the doctor said, look, the red blood cells, they're not round, they're not full of oxygen, and they're all stacked up on top of each other, which leads to poor circulation. I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense. They put the Defend patch on this young girl. They waited 30 minutes. They came back and redid the blood analysis, and this was the result. Guys, I was sitting in the audience and actually taking these pictures, okay? Look at the red blood cells. They're perfectly round. They're full of oxygen. They're all lined up like they just came out of boot camp. All I know is I want my blood to look like this as opposed to this, and wearing this Defend patch created that. How does it work? I have no idea. But I saw that with my own eyeballs, and I said, I want better circulation. I want more oxygen in my body, and only good things can happen. Liberty is what you just saw Brandy demonstrate. The Flow patch, we're going to help people with cognitive decline, ADHD, ADD, Alzheimer's, dementia. Focus, we're going to help people focus, not just kids, but we can help anybody focus better. Ignite, we're going to help you burn 25% more calories at rest. Yeah, I know, don't go make a mad dash for your computer, because every single presentation when I put this up here, people go, that's the one I want. That's the one I want right there. Screw the gym membership. I want this one right there. Yes, go get that one. Kick it. Whatever bad habits you have, we can help you kick it. We can help you kick those bad habits. The Joy patch, got that on right here as well. When it seems like it's cloudy outside, you put that Joy patch on, and I don't know what happens, but the sun just comes out. And then we've got the Victory patch. This is for overall athletic performance. We have got a lot of professional athletes that are using this patch. We've got a lot of collegiate athletes, Olympic athletes, high school athletes that are using the Victory patch for overall athletic performance. Now, to add to what we are doing, Mark McDonald, okay, this guy is a legendary nutritionist and fitness expert. He's a best-selling author. He's a global television personality and speakers. He has got access to celebrities all over the world. And when he found out about the technology with Super Patch, he said, I want to be a part of it. And Mark is now our worldwide spokesperson talking about the technology and what it can do for people. John Brinkus. Now, John created a television show for ESPN called Sports Science. And ESPN bought his show, and his show was all about the science of sports. Bat swing, and the speed of somebody's swing, and acceleration in athletes. Now, John has come up with a new show called The GOAT Code. And what he's doing is he is interviewing top athletes, people that were the greatest of all time, all across the world of sports. And the Super Patch Company is the sponsor of that television show, okay? And so, guys, people are noticing what we are doing with these super patches. We have 11 different patches today. You can wear all 11 of these at the same time. Each patch has a different pattern, so you can wear all 11 at the same time. They don't short circuit one another. They are waterproof. You can shower with them. You can exercise with them. We just ask you to switch them out every 24 hours, because after 24 hours, the glue starts to wear off a little bit, and the pattern actually starts to wear down, which makes them less effective. So every 24 hours, put one of these amazing technology patches on your arm. People ask me all the time, they said, Steve, why the super patches? All right, well, because I think it's the biggest breakthrough in health and wellness performance technology in the last 50 years. Guys, there's nothing better than what you're looking at on the screen right now. Here's the difference. If you have a headache and you go take Tylenol, aspirin, ibuprofen, your headache's gonna go away. But there's side effects with that. If you have a headache today, I'm gonna give you a Freedom Patch. And guess what? Your headache's gonna go away without any of the side effects. Just let that sink in for just a second. That's what we have to promote, and that's what we're talking about here tonight. 100% drug-free, millions and millions and millions of people are already using this. We've got clinical studies, peer reviews, written up in medical journals. Jay always says, listen, nobody has to take our word for it. just look what other people are saying about us. All the patches are made in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we are registered with the FDA, which is huge credibility in our space. 30-day money-back guarantee, and we have a 95% positive user rating. Now, the second reason that you guys were invited on this call here tonight is to find out how you can go share this technology with the people that you care about. And if you go out and share this technology, which, listen, you're a human being, and there's no possible way you're not going to share this, because that's what we do. We get excited about something that works, and we're like, hey, come here, I want to show you something. Let me show you this, okay? If you want to get involved in that part of our business and the associate part of our business, the income side of our business, come in for $50. You can become what we call an associate for $50, which means that you're going to get everything that you need to build a multi-million-dollar business. You are going to be able to buy the products at wholesale pricing instead of retail pricing. And for $50, you're going to get $75 worth of patches. You're going to get a 28-pack of Liberty. You're going to get a 4-pack of Freedom. So for $50, you guys, you buy the product wholesale. You can go out there and share it with a bunch of people. You get paid a percentage of whatever they spend every single month. You can, show other people how to do the same thing. You get paid on the volume in your entire organization. And for $50, you get $75 worth of patches. So there's really no downside here. Now, when you enroll as an associate, you're going to buy the patches anyways, right? You're going to buy them anyway, but at enrollment, you've got the ability to buy patches at a really deep discounted price, okay? You can buy what we call a launch kit, and we've got 3 different kits. This one for $225, but you're getting $360 worth of patches. This one here is $600 retail value. You get that for $375, or the Super Patch Mega Launch Kit. It's a $1,320 value. You get it for $600. Now listen, you guys don't have to buy these launch kits if you don't want to, but you're never, ever, ever going to be able to purchase the patches at a better discounted price than at enrollment. If you don't get one of these kits at enrollment, you can't get it at this price. Okay, so we're encouraging you to come in. It's $50, you guys. It's not life or death here, right? And you're going to buy the patches anyways. Come in with one of these launch kits. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it after 30 days, we're going to give you all your money back, including your $50 that you paid to become an associate. Now, only 2 things can possibly happen in this situation. You're either going to get your life back, or you're going to get your money back. That's it.